Speaking of great TV, as Cain and Moira's marriage hits crisis point, will the couple call it quits? We're going to be speaking to Emmerdale stars Jeff Hordley and Natalie Robb right after the break. This is amazing. Welcome back. Now then, are you or your child expecting a baby later this year? If so, we're looking for viewers to be part of a live gender reveal on Friday's show.
So if you got your appointment this week and are willing to share your exciting news with us live, then please do get in touch.
Yes, send your due date and contact details to thismorning@itv.com by midday on Wednesday for your chance to take part in this truly unique gender reveal. I wonder if Joel and Hannah will send through theirs, because baby's still not come.
Or any day. But didn't he... He was doing
He did his show on Friday at the
and he got a doctor to sit in the...
6 days overdue, and she was there and they had a doctor on standby.
Amazing. Second baby too.
Gender reveal Friday, Joel, please.
Yeah.
Now then, they're one of Emmerdale's most iconic couples, but could this be the end of the road for Cain and Moira Dingle?
As their relationship reaches breaking point, Jeff Hordley and Natalie Robb are joining us ahead of another dramatic week.
And things are already looking frosty in tonight's episode.
You don't need to worry about me, just worry about getting this thing going.
You'll be lucky, it's a right heap of junk.
Oh, well, so are you, but you keep chugging on.
Huh?
Well, thanks for helping out.
Well, looks like you've got it covered.
Do I? Where are you off?
Robert phoned, he's got something to show me at the farm.
Well, you've helped him out enough. You should be thinking about this place.
From the man who ignored anything to do with his wife's birthday.
Oh, it's tense, isn't it? Jeff and Natalie join us now. Ignored anything to do with her birthday.
I know, terrible.
Terrible.
After all these years.
But she's just taken her eye off this farm that I've worked so hard to get for her while she's been in prison, and then she's just going off and not being involved.
Can't let go, I can't let go. It's been 17 years I've had that farm.
17 years.
Yeah.
But tonight you find out that the evidence was planted.
Robert's acting really shifty, and I just think, why are you being so nice to me? Why are you cooking me a meal? Why are you giving me presents? And then I think that he slips up. And he actually reveals where the ID documents were found, and I thought, but nothing was ever mentioned about the bookcase. So then, obviously, the face darkens, and then that's it. And then he has to explain that it was him that planted them, but it was Joe Tate that forced him to do so.
And I'm guessing that there's going to be repercussions in a Moira-esque kind of dramatic
There'll be a shotgun involved.
Well, there really?
Yes. There's always a shotgun involved. If you endanger her family, that's it.
Yeah.
The gun comes out.
The gun comes out.
On Joe Tate. So, and she goes round there with every intention to murder him, so...
That just sounds so dramatic. It's lovely. It's been such a dramatic year.
It has.
Since Cain got his prostate cancer diagnosis as well, of course, Jeff.
Yeah.
These such hugely important subjects for all of our soaps to talk about, because they're so sort of pervading through society as well. What's that been like to have that storyline?
For me, really humbling. With prostate cancer, before I embarked on this storyline, I just thought this is a good cancer to get because the survival rates can be good as long as you don't get secondaries. However, working on this and finding out what men have to go through, I think what we're highlighting, which to do with erectile dysfunction, incontinence, all these big things that men have to deal with, and I think we're putting that under the microscope. So.
Well, because he had the accident, so then he delayed the op, right? So is he going to go for it, or...?
Well, he's not sure what to do, really, because he just thinks the side effects are too big and too life-changing, so he doesn't want things to change between him and Moira.
Moira's pushing for him to try and have the surgery, but he's looking like he's not going to.
Right.
She thinks that's going to better all his chances.
And is this based on real life? And did you have to do kind of like lots of research into it? Because that is the thing about soaps. It's like holding up a mirror, isn't it, essentially? So what did you do?
Well, we've been really looking that we did some work with Macmillan just recently, and we had two brilliant guys, Errol and Dennis, who basically talked very openly about what they've been through, and it was just, it's quite sobering, really. What we want is for people to get to the doctors and have a PSA test.
The younger, the better, really, now. Because...
Since doing this, I went to the doctor and I've had my PSA test. It's just a blood test that you get at the doctors. Fortunately, everything's fine, but there's people at work, Warren, who's in our props department, who's gone to the doctor as well, because people have, particularly men over 50, but like, you know somebody...
My friends are going through it right now. So
Yeah.
good friends of mine, and he said he's 56, and he said he wished that they'd do the test sooner because it's sort of associated with you. If you're an older man,
Yeah.
that's when you get prostate, and it's
Absolutely.
really not. Because Errol was explaining to us that a man at 35, he passed away with it because it just spread. So I'd say if you're going in for any other kind of checkup with your doctor, we'd really push to just get that done while you're there. So
Yeah.
it's a simple test to just do.
And there's that big campaign. We had Nick Jones come
Yeah,
in
we
to
did.
try and have a screening test, a nationwide screening test for men.
Yeah.
Like you have to have cervical scans and bits
Exactly.
and pieces for women. The difficulty is that how the false positives you can get with the
Of course,
test.
yes, of
So
course.
it's a bit more intricate than that. But it is a decision, isn't it, Jeff, that families are making up and down the country, exactly what Cain and Moira are going through with regards to what happens if they have this operation.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, I think
Things will
that...
change, yeah. Could possibly change.
Yeah.
Completely.
That's what we've been highlighting, I think. But underpinning all of this is the love story between Cain and Moira as well.
Yeah, because as actors, it must be great to play these big storylines. You had a health scare as well, so it's kind of like flip-flopped. But you must feel a real sense of responsibility to kind of get it
Yeah,
right
absolutely,
as
you
well.
do.
Yeah, and it's it can be, again, keep using the word sobering, but also rewarding when you're meeting kind of people out in the streets who go, thank you so much for telling this story, it's really good, and shaking your hand. And
Well,
things like
Dennis
that.
said that. Dennis was
Yeah.
a farmer, and he was saying that he felt like when you were getting diagnosed with the doctor, you were getting told, he said, I felt like I was in the room with you. And he went, I really did. He said, your news was much worse than mine. But he said that one of the things he said was that he chose to live and he wanted to see all the seasons, and that was his thing.
Oh, what a lovely way of putting
Yeah, no, I know, it was really
Lovely
stuck in our
way of
mind.
putting it.
Talking of seasons, the two of you have seen a lot of seasons together.
We have.
17 years.
I know.
Isn't that extraordinary? Do you remember what it was like when you first met?
Oh, my goodness, look how you...
Oh, it's such a gorgeous...
Such babies there.
Cold day in
That
March
was
and
a,
a really
that
cold
was a
farm.
really cold day on the farm, and I remember driving home with Zoe, my wife, who's also in the show, and I was driving home and I said, that was a really good... I'd never been married in Emmerdale. I thought it was such a special day. I thought, that was an amazing day, wasn't it? And she just went, it's the coldest day I've ever filmed. So I think everybody was like that.
It was freezing.
But
It
yeah.
was good. Well, we're still married, so that's quite something.
We've
It's
had-
so
It is.
We've
like
had a
you have
few
your first
hurdles.
wedding, you
We're
think,
still
right,
straight and things.
this will be the first of many. I'm so excited. And you've stayed together through everything.
Managed to.
And what's the secret between the two of you? Because it's fabulous watching you work
Yeah.
together. There's such a great chemistry there.
I think we just have a lot of fun on set, and we have a shorthand with each other. So we get on set, and even if a script can be challenging or tricky, by the end of it, we've worked through it. And
We tried to put a bit of light into it as well when it's because
We
it's
do,
dark.
yeah.
'Cause we tried to. It might not be in the script, but we go. We need to lift this up just a little bit, just little
And normally,
familiarities and things.
a day after working with Nat, I'm just bouncing off set because it's great fun. You know what
Yeah.
Lovely.
Bouncing his head off the wall.
Well, it's also lovely to watch, so keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean? Thank you.
Thank you.
Really lovely to see you. Thanks for
being
chopping
here
by.
this morning. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Emmerdale continues tonight, 8 o'clock on ITV1 ITVX, with Cain and Moira's special episode airing on Wednesday.